Wait, what did I mute myself? You know what? Wait, what? There I am. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, you. Hi, you. Hi, Apollineang. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you guys are having a good morning. A good Ohio day. Or something like that. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Mama Taco came in. And then she left when she saw her streaming. I think she thought I probably wouldn't be streaming if there was construction. Which, I don't hear them right now. So, maybe it's a... it's good for us. But, I don't know. It was a little loud a couple minutes before stream. But, it is what it is. It's okay. It's not an ASMR stream. So, I'm not super worried about it. But, yeah. If you do hear any loud sounds or like weird background noise, it is just the construction. So don't worry too much about it, please. It's like it's okay. If it bothers you, oh, I can't talk. I'm really sorry. Hi everyone. Hello. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me say hi to you guys. Why is my chat not working? Hold on. Do you see the window sound? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh shoot. Hold on. I have my chat tapped out and it like disappeared on me. Well, hold one moment. One moment. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everyone. Aha! I fixed it. Okay. Hello. Hello, DVR-san. Hello, Crash. Hello, Long Armistice. Hello, Sammy. Hello, Bog. Hello, Someone Boring. Hello, Tarifa. Hello, Ram. Hello, Lock on Space. I don't know if I said hi to Chris. Hello, Chris. If I said hi twice, I'm sorry. Hello, Vengeful. Hello, Canada Goose. Hello, Onyx Side. Hello. Who am I missing? Hello, Blazing Fire. Hello, Party. Hello, Sora. Hi, everyone. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I always get really nervous when I say hi, because I don't remember if I just like read the name or if I said it out loud. Because I'm like obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but I'm always looking at the chat regardless of like whether I'm like responding to it directly. Oh shoot! Turn my. Ugh. My friend's texting me about a book that we're both reading. So she's live. I told her to live update me, and she is live updating me, and I'm really excited to see all her thoughts on it. But not during stream. But I might talk more about that later. It's okay if you miss us, we won't tell you. No, you have to. I'd feel really bad if I missed you. I really do try to say hi to everyone. And hello, Fitch. Hello, everyone. Hi. But yeah, I think I tend to read most of the comments, if not all. I try to read all, but you know, sometimes they might like slip by me. But I do my best. And I really sincerely hope that I don't miss everyone. But if I do, I suppose it happens. It doesn't mean I hate you. You can let me know. And say hi. Don't feel bad if I do ever miss anyone. I think granted, I've done a very good job of making sure that I don't really miss people when I say hi. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because you guys haven't told me yet. So hello Velocitor. Hello. Welcome. What if we want Aya to hate us? Well, why would you want that? Why would you want that? I can never hate you. I think honestly, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to hate someone. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone that I hate. I hate bad people who do bad things, but even then, I don't think the real feeling in my heart is hatred. I think the feeling in my heart when it comes to that might be more like disgust or like disappointment is a good one. Disappointment is more of a frequent emotion for me than hate. Sometimes I will say I have hate in my heart, but it's really just disappointment and like sadness. Because I feel like a lot of times, like if I do ever like feel upset at something, it's typically because I had higher hopes for something to like work out a certain way, I guess. And then when it doesn't, I end up like feeling like just like disappointed in the outcome. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm still waking up, so I'm still trying to like learn how to form words together. I'm like word vomiting. I've like realized that I feel like I've become dumber because a lot of times when I'm typing to my friends, I know that they know me well enough that I can just word vomit and then they'll like understand what I'm trying to say. But then I realized that I also kind of do this on stream because I like kind of have this understanding that you guys understand me, right? So then I'll just kind of word vomit out loud and I'll be like, yeah, they'll get it eventually, you know? So I kind of want to zip out of that habit just because I feel the effects of it in my everyday life. Because when I do have to actually communicate properly, I feel like I struggle really hard to do so. So I wanna work on that. Yeah. I feel like I struggle coming up with coherent sentences that are well thought out. Just because I'm so used to just like saying the first thing that pops into my head without thinking, and then it just spews out. Yes. Anyways, you guys want to be hated because you want to be called disgusting? Wouldn't that be a degradation kink? Honestly, I feel like a good can I say this? I feel like a good balance is necessary. You know, because like I feel like degradation and praise won't hit as hard when you can't have one without the other. Don't yuck our yum. I'm not yucking your yum. I'm just asking. It was a question. It was just a question. I was asking if it was a kink. Yeah. I coherent when you can yap. I feel like yapping can still be coherent because I feel like when I'm more awake than I am right now. I'm so tired. I have actually I've been up for a while, so I feel a little better. I was gonna say a little more better, but that was not gonna be right. But I feel better about how I'm like talking, I guess. But if I were any sleepy, oh my god, when I wake up, a lot of the times I'll like start responding to DMs. That's like the best way to get me to wake up is my friend sending me DMs, and then I respond. And then by the time I've mustered up enough like energy and like strength to respond to them, I'm like finally awake. So that's why I was able to wake up today. I got a couple DMs from Gorlies. So I had to type. But a lot of times I'll respond and then I will read it back like maybe like 5-10 minutes later. So not even that long after. And I will read the message I sent back and it quite literally makes no sense. Like they will ask me a yes or no question and I'm like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. And it's not very good because I sound like a crazy person, because a lot of times like it might be like girlies asking for advice and then I'll say something that doesn't make sense at all, What did I say the other day? I think I have to think. There was something I remember very explicitly. I was like typing and then I stopped typing because I reread what I said and it just did not make sense. Like it didn't make any grammatical sense. And I had to like restart my entire like 3-sentence yap or like answer about the question. So I don't remember what it was exactly. My memory is failing me. But it's okay. Yeah. That's right. So far, all your ASMRs are positive. When will you be mean to us? When ASMR is nice to me. I don't know. We'll see. I wasn't able to pre-record anything because I've been busy recording other stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I've been recording a lot of covers. Like on a side note. Also ASMR. I'm like very worried because my Wi-Fi has been like being very, very evil at around the time I stream ASMR, but if I do it any earlier, it will just be loud. So I might just have to record an ASMR during the scheduled time slot and just release it for you guys like on Coffee or something. Is that okay? Does that sound good? If it comes to worst comes to worst is what I mean to say. And then it would be released sometime tonight. If that were to happen, I'd probably push it back or push back the recording just so I can make sure that it was like clean. So it'd probably be more like 11 p.m. PST, if that's okay. What kind of scenarios? I don't know. I don't have my nails anymore because I took them off. But we'll see. If you guys have any suggestions, my morals are always open for that kind of stuff. That's what they're there for. I'm always very open to like ideas from you guys because I think I've kind of talked about it before, but I feel very unsure of what you guys want to see or hear from me or like anything in terms of like covers, like ASMR, like stream content in general, or like even games. So I really, really value all your input. So I would love it if you guys have any ideas for me. So whether that's like ASMR concepts that you want, or games you want me to play, or songs you want me to cover. I do emphasize songs that you want me to cover because I've been really in the mood of like challenging myself when it comes to singing songs. Because I honestly I hadn't really properly recorded until like about a week ago. And then not even, it's been like only like 3 days. So I hadn't properly recorded until like probably a couple of days ago. And then I decided I was going to give some songs that I was scared of a chance because a lot of these songs that I like want to cover, they're a lot harder like technically, and they require a lot more skill. So I was always very, very scared to like even come near them, to approach them in any like sense. But I don't know, I was inspired the other day and I was like, you know what? I'm going to attempt. If it goes badly, it goes badly. And then I tried the first song. But I kind of put it into levels. There were 3 songs that I really, really wanted to cover. And the first one I recorded, I was like, okay, this one's like, I've tried to sing it in the past and I did not like how I sounded. I don't think I did very well. I don't think I could hit the notes, etc., etc. I recorded it. I recorded the whole thing. Or I recorded a short cover of it. I'm not gonna record the whole thing. And then I was like, wait, this is not that bad. I'm not mad at it. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try another song. And then I tried another song that was like hard. And then there's one song that if you remember, you know exactly what 3 songs I'm talking about. But I'm gonna leak the last song because this is like one of my favorite songs of all time. Ever since it came out, I've like been eyeing it and I really, really desperately wanted to cover it, but I thought I would never be able to, just because I think it requires more power, but also like more like technique and skill, which I feel like I don't really have, but I was able to do okay with it. I think I still have to workshop it quite a bit, but it is Kirurira Papa by Tuki. Tuki is one of like my favorite artists ever. She's like such a beautiful voice, and her music is very like unique. But Kirurira Papa in particular, I love like the what's like the use of traditional instruments in Hirorira Papa. And just like that sound that it kind of has, it kind of reminds me of I think it's oh my god, this one Vocaloid song. I think it's called Kami no Mani Mani. Kami no Mani Mani na 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 na. But like more cool. But I highly recommend listening to Hirorira Papa if you have the time. I've actually been so scared of Hirorira Papa that I did. So the way I work on my vocal lessons is we pick a song, me and my vocal teacher, to work on, and then we work on it, and then once we're done with that song, we pick another song together, and she like lets me like pick songs that I like. So I've presented Hirorira Papa to her like 3 different times, and every time she's like, "Oh, we can do it," but then I was like, "Oh, I'm like really scared." So I would always pick like a slightly easier song or a song I was more comfortable with. So me being able to sing it now, like to an extent, of course, to an extent, makes me feel very like accomplished. Because I've been taking vocal lessons for since like October, I think. October, November, December, January, February, March. For like 6 months now. Oh my goodness. I've been taking vocal lessons for about 6 months now. And I think it's really helped. I think I've come a long way. I will say, I don't really feel... Okay, let me preface this by saying I don't really truly feel this way. It's just like it's just a funny thing. But every time I show people like my singing progress, they're like, "Wow, the vocal lessons are really working." And while like it is a compliment, it's like so funny to me because there's like this like implication that it's like, well, obviously they don't mean it this way, and obviously I don't actually take it this way, but it's like, "Well, you sucked before, you're like kind of okay now." But I know that's not what it means at all, but it just makes me laugh because like a part of my brain, a really evil part of my brain, like interprets it like that. So I wanted to share that. That's not how I take it, of course. So if you've ever said that, don't think I thought that you're being mean to me or anything. I just think it's a really funny way of my brain to interpret it when that's obviously not what people mean, you know? Because it's like my friends saying it, or like obviously you guys, and I don't think you guys would be mean to me. Maybe you would though. Who knows? Who knows? I saw you said, "I really want to stay at your house." I love that song. I think it's so pretty. But I want to try it. Actually, I think I totally could do that. So I will write it down in my little journal. There's always room for improvement. I love your rainy day song. I don't know if I've talked about this before. My dream is to get that song rearranged. Like I guess kind of remixed and like re-recorded is my main thing. I like a different instrumental maybe. I don't want to stray too far from the original instrumental, but I think it would be nice to redo it in some sense. Definitely re-record it. So I think that's also one of my like goals. I don't know. It's something that I really want to do. So I hope I get to it eventually, one day. But I also do want to write more original songs. I fear I peaked when I was like 14 and I wrote that song because I don't think like I've written original songs or like tidbits of original songs, but I think none of them come close to Rainy Day. So I don't know how to get there again, or I don't know what to do, but yeah. Progress is a good thing. No, I know that. I promise, I know that. It's just my brain is like a little evil. My brain is a little evil to me. I think a lot of people's brains are evil. I feel like I can't be the only one, right? But yeah, my brain tells me that people hate me and want me dead. But I know it's not true. I know for a fact that it's not true, so... I couldn't be mean to you, you're too squishy and cute. You think so? You think so? I think you gotta keep writing and you'll settle into a style you like. This is true. I recently made a resolution. It was when... I made this resolution when I had that low-key like psychotic revelation I was telling you guys about the other day. Where I was like, I need to lock in. Or did I tell you guys about that? I had like the psychotic revelation that was like, I need to do better. I need to lock in. Like, your time is valuable. Blah, blah, blah. I think I did sort of talk about it. But I didn't talk about it to that extent. But I made a resolution to myself that I was going to like learn how to like draw better. Maybe not like great, but just like draw better. Just, you know. And also I was going to learn how to produce to an extent. Like produce music. And then the reason I started recording so much was because I also started I also made a resolution that I was going to sing more and like actually record covers. So that I went like Super Saiyan mode. And I recorded 2 full covers so far. Which is crazy because typically it takes me months to finish recording a cover. I'm so bad at recording. So I'm very proud of myself for getting through it. And, you know, the chocolate-induced psychotic break. Yeah! Yeah, speaking of chocolate, the lemon white chocolate almonds, I almost did in fact eat the entire bag. And I need to not do that. They were so yummy. I would highly recommend to everyone who hasn't tried them. If you like lemon flavored things. But I love lemon. I love lemon. I love lemon and lime very, very much. I love lime soda and I love lime in like a lot of things. And like lemon is like, if I don't have lime, I don't mind substituting with lemon. So I love that. I love it so very much. Yeah. Music producer arc. I will try. I've really wanted to just like get more into producing so that I can like write my own songs whenever I want. I feel like right now I rely heavily on like my producer friends to give me like instrumentals. Like I saw that the Yabai song was mentioned, and does that have a name? Is it the Yabai song? I don't know. I actually never named that song. The art and video still aren't done, but Kago keeps asking me to this day when I'm gonna release it, and I feel really bad. Cause I just don't have it. I just don't have anything. So it eventually, one day, shortly. But I want to be more like self-sufficient in terms of like my assets as well. So that's why I mentioned drawing and stuff. Cause I can make videos. I can animate. I can sing. I can mix to an extent. I can sort of write music to an extent. I just need to learn how to produce and how to draw. I think I'm missing those two. But as long as I do it, like, I don't know. I'm not expecting myself to be super great at any of those things, but just at least getting a little bit better. At least a level where I'm comfortable at it. Because, yeah, I just want to put my all into this if I'm going to do it. Because I guess it kind of ties into, like, the whole time thing. So I talked about it last time a little, and it was like, oh, like, your time is valuable. Like, the time will pass anyways. Oh my god, let me, like, put my thoughts together. Hold on, I'm sorry. It's the idea of the time is going to pass anyway, so use it wisely. So to me, it's like it kind of ties into VTubing because I'm like, oh, if I'm going to be streaming, then I should put my all into it because I'm already spending that time streaming anyways. So like I can sacrifice some time outside of streaming to get better, so that I can like be better. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, this was like a psychotic chocolate-induced like psychosis. So I don't expect it to make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. Limoncello. How do you say it? Limoncello? Limoncello. Is that right? I've never tried like the actual like alcohol or like the drink, but I really want to. I really want to. Hi, Grieve. Hi, Renat. Hi, everyone. I'm gonna take a sip of my. It's not water because I poured an energy drink into my water bottle yesterday, so my day-old energy drink. Yummy. What do you mean by producing? So just like creating instrumentals myself, I suppose. Like being able to create a song all on my own rather than having someone else make the instrumental. For Rainy Day, I actually someone else made the instrumental. But I did start writing that song with my parents have like a piano and I would like sit and play chords. So I recorded like me playing the piano and me singing, and then I sent it over to someone, and then they made an instrumental, and then I just sang over the instrumental. So that one, I think the reason I like Rainy Day so much is because I had like it was like the most work I've ever done on a song, because a lot of the other time songs I've written are just like over premium instrumentals. I do have some instrumentals that I've made. I think I've shown you guys before, but it's like not you know. But yeah, don't worry. Me and my YouTube tutorials, we got it. We got it made. Me and my YouTube tutorials, we're tight. We're tight. I've been so instead of like playing Power World all day, you know, maybe the psychosis was like a Power World driven psychosis too. Maybe it wasn't just the chocolate. Instead of playing Power World all day or games all day, I've been like staring at like people producing like on YouTube, or like people draw like speed art. And then for drawing at least, I've been like trying to draw while I watch it too. So I've just been like, oh, and then I also been watching like people sing, like watching them sing, because I feel like that like how do I put this? I don't know, my like perspective is like skewed. I don't know how to like word it. Skewed? What am I saying? I think it helps to see someone actually physically sing. It helps you. It helps you with that. Yeah. No, Power is not dead. I will once I've accomplished something, so I'll probably like release a cover or something. Power Worlds will come back. My Power World is never dead. Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone should play Power World. Could I get some good luck from y'all? I got an interview in 2 hours. Ah! Oh my goodness. Interviews are so... Well, I was gonna say interviews are scary, but they're not. I don't actually believe that. Wait, hold on. Okay. I thought I had to burp, but it was just a yawn. So, I think interviews, at the end of the day, are very simple. Because it's just a conversation. So it's just getting over the initial, like, fear. Because at the end of the day, what's the worst they could do? Like, reject you? So, you just have to go out there and give it your all, and you will do great. You will do great. I think, honestly, an interview can make or break, but, sometimes it's not, like, it doesn't mean you didn't do well if you don't get the position. It just means that they were looking for something else, or that there's something else waiting for you in store in the future. I do think that the world has a really weird way of doing things. I don't think it's like predetermined fate or anything like that. But I do think that like the things in life that are meant for you will come to you eventually. And I think I believe that in the sense that how do I put this? I don't think like bad thing, like people deserve bad things. Like I don't think good people deserve bad things to happen to them. Not at all. But I think that it's very hard to have a life without hardships. I think everyone has their own hardships regardless of like who they are or where they come from. So even though you might be like going through a rough patch or struggling, or like most of your life you've like struggled, I think that if you stay positive, that things will come your way. They will. You have to. I think a mindset is a lot. So I think really having that mindset that things will work out for you will make things work out. It's kind of like the self-fulfilling prophecy almost, but not quite. Well, I think it is actually. Yes, I'm going to lock it and say it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if you think that, oh, everything sucks in my life, blah, 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 like I'm gonna be miserable the rest of my life. You will be miserable the rest of your life. It will be a self-fulfilling prophecy because if you have that mindset, you're not gonna attract very good people in your life, or you'll just be lonely, or you'll attract really bad people. It's like it could be a plethora of things, right? So if you have the mindset of like, oh, like I'm really thankful for the good things in my life. Things, even if things are hard, things will get better. Blah, blah, blah. If you have like a happy-go-lucky mindset, that's not to say that you can't be sad sometimes. But if you focus on the future and what you can do to change your future, you will inevitably reach good things in your life. And I say this as someone who like has struggled with like both sides of this, because I feel like in the past, like when I was very young, I used to have like a super happy-go-lucky mindset, but like almost to a fault, where it was like, I don't have to do anything, I can just be happy-go-lucky, yeah. And then I feel like that kind of like I wasn't really in reality. Make sure you're always being realistic at the same time, but not realistic in a pessimistic way, because sometimes I will say pessimistic things and then my friends will be like, Ayu, that's not very realistic. I'm like, or they're like, Ayu, you're being really pessimistic, and I'm like, no, I'm just being realistic, and I know I'm being dramatic because that's not true. I think the reality behind realism is that like you have to acknowledge the possibility of a good and a bad outcome, and then when you acknowledge the bad outcome, you have to think about like what you're going to do if the bad outcome happens. Like for example, like I guess I'll use like an interview as the example, since that was brought up where this like all came from. But like if you're thinking about the interview, it's like, oh, good outcome, I get the job, yeah, whoa. And then like we move, life goes on, you got the job. Bad outcome, you don't get the job. Okay, so what do you do next? You apply for another job, and guess what, that job might be better than this job. So and you're gonna get the good job, the better job. So at the end of the day, like life goes on, the world won't stop moving just because one bad thing happens to you. And that also means that you have time to recover from like your emotions, from being sad, because it's super valid to feel sad when something bad happens to you. I feel like that's how you should feel when something bad happens to you, or disappointing, you know. But then you use that time to make the most of it. And you march on forward. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. I just read, you gotta put in the effort in. Not everything will just come to you and work out though. Yes. Yeah. I think the most important thing is mindset though, because it's very hard to work towards something when all you see is doom and evil and thunder and rain clouds. It's very hard to try to put the effort in when you don't see like the end of the tunnel, like the light at the end of the tunnel, you know? Whereas if you're kind of in a mindset where like, oh, like the end of the tunnel is like almost there, and you keep going, it's like very easy, or a lot easier at least. Very easy is maybe an overstatement, but it's a lot easier to just, you know, to like keep going, blah blah blah, like keep chugging along. Because if you're in a mindset where it's like, I'm never gonna get out of this like terrible life I live, then it's gonna be harder for you to work towards that, because it feels like pointless and effortless. And And I mean, I do have to say, like, I felt this way about streaming in the past, I guess. It was very much like, oh, like, I guess it wasn't like, I hate doing this, but it was like, why am I doing this? Like, I feel like, you know, I feel like that's a pretty common mindset. Just like, why am I doing this? Like, I don't get it. Like, maybe I should just quit. You know? But I think this is where, like, my belief in the universe comes into play, because every time those thoughts got, like, even, like, a little bit serious, like, a little bit more, the second they became more than just thoughts, like, something would happen that would make me, like, want to keep going. So, it, like, something, like, how do I guess, I've talked about this before. I've talked about this a lot before. But, I, like, about a year ago, I said I was gonna quit in, like, February. So, February a year ago, I said I was gonna quit. And then, like, I got, like, super, like, lucky, and then, I think a lot of the Pixel Link fans, found me. And I was like, whoa! And, like, suddenly, like, I had, like, I felt more included in the, like, community as a whole. So then I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. I have to keep going because I have a community now. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna quit again. Like, I feel like I'm not going anywhere. And then I joined the BSMP. and then, you know what I mean? I don't remember. I don't know if there is anymore. Oh, and then I was like, I'm gonna quit because my living situation. Blah, blah, blah. And then that didn't end up going through. How? I don't know. I got lucky. So I really think the universe will put you, like, in the places you need to be. You just need to have the right mindset. I think there will always be, like, a little push in the right direction. So you know. But yeah, I really love that quote. If we had no winter, the spring would not be so pleasant. If we did not sometimes taste of adversity, prosperity would not be so welcome. I really like that quote because I think it's very true. I think that it's important to appreciate the good things in life, and it's hard to appreciate the good things in life if everything is just good, because then you're just, like, on a plateau your whole life, and that's boring. And I feel like if you don't appreciate the good things that are in your life, no matter how small they are, it's hard for you to, like, move forward and get even better things. But yeah, this year I was super stubborn and wanted a nice job. I didn't just want a normal job, so I went through 76 interviews before getting the one I have now. Oh my goodness, perseverance is super important. I think obviously, like, it worked out. So I think having the ability to keep doing that is, like, really impressive. I think I kind of struggle with that, but I've had a lot of things in my life, I guess, work out for me to be able to do that. How do I put this? I'm trying to think. I feel like my life, every single, like, event in my life has somehow led to me, like, being at the point where I am now. I don't think I would be here if it weren't for, like, literally everything that happened. I don't know how to, like, word. I'm trying. Okay, I think it'll make more sense when I say, like, the last part. So, and I don't think I would. Here, let me, like, give an example. Hold on. Let me stretch. It'll keep me epic. Okay. So, like, for example, like, if I had gotten maybe, like, a tiny bit of a better grade in, like, high school, then maybe I would have gone to, like, a different college, and then I would have gotten to the university I wanted to go to, or would have gotten a scholarship, and then I would have been in dorms, and then I probably would have never streamed. Never. It wouldn't have happened. And I don't know if I would trade that for what I have now. I don't think I would. I think every single event leading up to here has put me here because this is where I belong. At least for now. You know, maybe this isn't, like, an always thing. Maybe maybe the universe made me a streamer so that I could, you know, move on to something else. Who knows? We'll never know. We'll never know. Well, we'll never know until we get there, at the very least. Yeah. It sounds scary, but you just gotta commit. Yes, I think that's like a big thing. Like, I think persevering and committing to that perseverance is super important. Because I think at some, like, if you're persevering, you're too far deep to like quit. So quitting isn't an option anymore. You have to really commit to doing it as long as possible. I also think that persevering doesn't mean running at the same wall over and over again. It means, okay, maybe we rethink a different strategy the second time. It means like taking the hardships and learning from them. Like, I think, like, really, in the same sense that I'm like, oh, I want to be a better streamer, I think it's important to learn how to, like, overcome the things that are stopping you. It's important to take note, okay, like, what's stopping me from doing this? Like, this and this, and like, really understand, like, why you might be failing or why things aren't going right, and like, trying to apply that and like learn from it. But yeah, morning chats get so deep. They do. But I really do enjoy these kinds of talks because I feel like I don't know if it helps you, but to me it really helps to vocalize these kinds of thoughts because I feel like in a lot of parts of my life, like, I struggle with similar things because I feel like at the end of the day we're all human, right? So we all have like the same struggle. So I also like relate to a lot of what you guys say. So, and like, I think a lot of the times, I heard this quote the other day. It was like, the people who give the best advice are usually the ones who need it most themselves. So I think for me, it's like, I have a lot of like insight, like in my little brain, in my little tuckle brain. I have a lot of like thoughts and like, I don't know. My friend the other day, what did they say to me? They said something very wise. Hold on. Hold on. I have to find what they said. They said, intelligence is something you get through studying, and wisdom is something you learn through experience. So I think I have like a lot of wisdom in my brain, right? I think I think I'm wise. However, I think I struggle with putting my wisdom in, like, enacting my wisdom onto myself. I think I give good advice, which is why people tend to come to me for advice. Even though I feel very honored that people feel that way about me, actually. I feel almost like undeserving, but it usually does tend to work out for them when they listen to me. I have this like mentality of like, I tend to be right, but I tend not to listen to myself, which is really, really bad. But I want to get better at like listening to what I would tell other people. So like, for example, if I'm like, girl, you gotta lock in, I have to like actually listen to myself. I feel like I've been doing pretty good at that. I think I struggle with being consistent and that kind of stuff. So I think just talking to you guys about it is like a reminder that I need to stay consistent, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. I never know if anything I do make sense. Talking is the best way to get your plan in order. Yeah, I think so too. I think like saying things out loud also really imprints it onto your mind. So how do I put this? Blah. So I think that the more I talk about it, even if it's repetitive, the more it imprints onto my mind, and hopefully the more it imprints onto your guys' mind as well. Because I really hope that maybe you guys can apply like maybe even 1% of what I say and like help you, so that it can help you find success, if that's at all possible. Like, I really want that for you guys. Like, I want you guys to live happy, successful, prosperous lives. Even years from now, I want you guys to be happy and living your best life. Even if you no longer watch me, even if you no longer watch VTubers, even if your interests are so different, if it means that like even 1% of that was because we spent time together, then I will be happy. Yeah. I think if I'm just able to bring any kind of like happiness, I think I've like done my job. So no matter what that is, if that's either like through advice or just like through spending time together or any of that, because like for me, spending time with you guys, I think like changed my brain chemistry for the better. I think in the sense that like that I am able to talk about these things, because I feel like I guess for a lack of a better like saying, it's fun to, I was gonna say I like hearing myself talk, but that's not true. I don't. But I like to talk about things, and I like to talk about them in circles, which you might have realized. Like, I don't know if that's news to you guys. I love talking myself in circles. Like, I love it. I love myself a good old yap session where I just talk about the same thing over and over and over again. And, you know, you listen and you contribute. And eventually we move out of the cycle and we go on to another subject. And then we go into more circles and more circles. But, it brings me, there is no greater joy than a good yap. Yes. How dare you? Are you infiltrating my life with hope? Do I? Do I infiltrate your life with hope? I hope I do. I hope I fill you with hope and joy. Hello, Hira. Good morning. Good morning. I use it as a philosophical sounding board. I suppose you could say that. I feel like I talk about like philosophical things with you guys. I think at the end of the day, like I said this earlier, I really am going in circles. I feel like we are all humans, so I think it's important that we treat each other as such, and that we like acknowledge that we are just human, right? Because I feel like it's really easy to be hard on yourself or be like, oh, this person's life is so perfect. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was like, oh, what did she say? She also streams, and she was talking about how she was really like anxious about her content, and how like, because she's like very successful with her like her old videos and stuff, so she was very like worried about like how her current content is doing, and she was comparing herself to like a lot of like our other friends or like stuff like that. And I was like, whoa, like why are you comparing yourself to other people? Like obviously this person is she had a very specific person in mind, that she was like, oh, but this person is like such a great streamer, like how can I be like them? Like it's just like so crazy. She didn't say how could I be like them, and that was my issue, because she was like, this person's just so good and I can never be that. And I was like, whoa, like why are you putting like our friend on a pedestal? Why are you saying that she's like so unattainable? And she was like, oh, I don't know, she's just like does this and this and this. And I was like, but you just listed all the things that our friend does. Like you can also do this and this and this. Because she was like, oh, like she's really good at talking, and she's really good at like interacting with her chat, and she's really like charismatic. And I was like, okay, well, like I feel like you are putting her on an unachievable pedestal in your mind, and therefore making it impossible for you to like reach that. And we kind of talked about it a little more, and I think we came to the conclusion that like I think like your idols, even like someone like that you like really look up to, it's not impossible to be at those standards if you work hard enough. It just becomes impossible when you in your mind like put it on such a high pedestal that you can never reach. That you're like, oh, I'll never be that. Because then, like, what's the point in working towards it, right? But yeah. It is inspiring to have cute anime girls act as your cheerleader. Yeah! I mean, look, we're all here to support you. For me, I feel like every single VTuber I've met, every single VTuber that I'm friends with, is like one of the like sweetest and most genuine person. on this planet. So, you know, I feel like we've all like said this before at some point on stream, but we really like care a lot for you guys. So I'm sure like whoever you watch, like no matter who it is, like they care about you. And me included, of course, obviously. If it wasn't obvious. But I think it's like we support you. We support you. We're family. We're Ohana. Ohana means family. Did you guys see the Lilo and Stitch trailer? The actress for Lilo's so cute. I've been watching her her interviews. And she's so cute. I just thought I would mention that because I love her. She kind of reminds me of my sister. Like kind of like very confident. Like little kids are so confident. They're so cute. I love little kids. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna elaborate on that. That's gonna be taken out of context. They're so cute though. I doesn't care about us. No, wait, she just said she did. Yeah, you weren't gonna catch me lacking ever. Yeah. The other day, Hio. Oh wait, is this? I think she said this publicly. She did, right? Okay. Hio was talking about how there were kawoos in her chat who were married. And she's like, oh my god. And it really made me like think like, oh, like I really hope anyone in my chat gets married and tells me that you guys got married. I've said this before, but if you do like get a girlfriend or get engaged or get married, I want to know, okay? I want to know so badly. And you don't have to watch me ever again. I just really want to know. You can send me a Maro. If you don't want to open my stream, you can send me a Maro and tell me. Is that okay? Or if there's even a girl that you just want to ask out. If you're going on a date, tell me. I want to know everything. I love love. I think I don't. Maybe I have talked about this before. But I think I've been a matchmaker throughout my life. There's I think like 3 couples that I've gotten together, not even on purpose, just like incidentally I introduced these people to each other because I thought they would get along, and then they're like all dating now. And there's 3 couples that I can think of, and it's so like it makes me so happy, and they're like all still together. And I think there's been more over the course of my life. There's a couple that I got together in middle school, and they're still together. So like 10 years, a little less than that. But isn't that crazy? It just makes me so happy. It just makes me so happy. I am the kind of person that finds everyone but herself a partner. Yeah. That kind of is like the joke. I like, and then another one like during COVID, I made like a little like game server for like my IRL friends, and then there was like 2 IRLs who like didn't know each other, and then I introduced them to each other, and then out of nowhere, I didn't even realize they were like actually like talking. I thought that my plan had failed. I thought they like weren't talking to each other at all, and then they ended up talking to each other, but I didn't know until they started dating, and I was like, no way. Because they were both kind of shy, so I was like, oh, like I guess it didn't work, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But they ended up talking. It was so cute. And then there's been a couple others throughout the time. But yeah. What if they break up and baby girl will come back to you? That's okay. That's okay. I'll always be here for you. And even if I'm dead and gone, I'll still be. The VODs will still be here, hopefully. If I ever, for whatever reason, did delete my VODs, I would give you guys like at least, the very least, a 24-hour warning. So you guys can download whatever you need and upload it to wherever part of the internet. Actually, I think if I deleted the VODs, I wouldn't want that. Please don't do that. I think if I didn't mind the VODs being up, I would keep them up. I think let's. I've never talked about this, but if I delete a VOD, please keep it deleted. If possible. But whatever, I can control what people do, I suppose. I just altruistically gives all her risk to her friends. This is true. I did tell my friends like how to do it. To be fair though, I feel like I don't know how to like make people like me. I'm like a wait, what was I gonna say? Oh my god. I'm like a people pleaser, that's what I was gonna say. Oh my goodness. I zoned out. Oh god, it's been almost an hour already. I have to start getting ready. The reason I did so early is because I have to go driving again. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm a people pleaser. So, I don't know. But then also, like, in my experiences, like, the last time I had a crush, I think I was, like, in middle school or high school. And what I do, I turn really, really, really annoying. And I start doing things, like, purposely to piss them off for some reason. Like, I can't explain it. I don't do it on purpose. Like, not really. Like, obviously I'm doing it on purpose, but I'm not like... I just have it's like a, you know, like cuteness aggression? I have like cuteness aggression, but it makes me want to like annoy them. I guess it might be cuteness aggression then. I don't know. I do that to my cat. I like poke her, and then she gets upset, and then she like tries to fight me, but then she knows she can't win, so she runs away. Because she's cute. Where is she? Olive. I don't see her. Where'd she go? Do you think if I call her, she'll come? Hold on. Ready? 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 Let's see. Olive! Aw. Where are you? Probably taking another nap. She's so cute. She sleeps on my chair when it's facing me so that we can see each other. I think she is napping if she didn't come. She's very good about coming when I call her name. She's so cute. She's so smart. I love her. I love her. I think I talked about this before. I feel like I talked. Maybe I haven't. I talk about this with my friends a lot, but I feel like cats are what people think like bunnies or hamsters are gonna be. So people think that bunnies and hamsters are super like low maintenance, that you can like, you know, just chill and just like cuddle sometimes. But I feel like cats are actually so much more lower maintenance, because I feel like hamsters and bunnies are like, they're so like cranky and they're so like mean. Because people think cats are evil and mean, but cats are actually just really like cute and cuddly and sweet, you know? So I feel like when people get like hamsters or bunnies for the kids, it's like a bad decision, because the bunny or the hamster a lot of times won't give you affection. So then the kid loses interest, and then the parents are like, ah, we'll never get another animal again. But I feel like if they had gotten a cat to begin with, like, it would have been fun, because you get like the satisfaction of like the cat, or like, yeah, the cat like loving you. Because I feel like it's hard to see how bunnies or hamsters love you, whereas a cat, like, they're very obvious with their love. Sorry for the weird question, but do you like physical touch, or are you a don't touch me kind of person? I'm very... I would say yes, I like physical touch. But sometimes, I get like periods of time where I don't want to be touched at all. So, but that's very rare. That's very, very rare. I tend to be very like touchy and clingy. So, a lot of times I'll like link arms with my friends when we're like walking. I'll just like come up behind them and I'll link arms. Or, sometimes if we're just like standing, I'll like put my head on like my friend's shoulders, or I'll just like randomly hug them. I think my friends are used to it by now, but I'm realizing that's a really weird behavior. Sometimes I honestly, at my grown ass age, sometimes I still hold hands with my friends, which I realize probably looks really, really weird, like especially like if we're at the mall or something. But I'm very touchy. I'm very clingy. I think I'm very annoying with my physical touch. And I remember when I met like a lot of my mutated friends for the first time, I had to like tell them. I was like, "Hi, I'm very clingy. Please let me know if like you don't want me to touch you." Like I had to make that disclaimer because I realized that I'd be very, very touchy. I just like holding my girlies. I just touch starved just like me. I'm not even like touch starved. I just like do it to show my affection. I asked because I absolutely can't stand being touched even affectionately, and I think that's ruining my chances with cute girls. No, but okay. I feel like if you are not comfortable being touched, then that's okay. Like, I feel like the right person is out there for you. You're definitely not the only person to have this problem, because I've had people tell me that they're not comfortable being touched as well. I think I'm just like an anomaly. I use love language as physical touch. I think it's physical touch and acts of service to other people. I think to me, no, I also like physical touch and acts of service. I'm very much the kind of person where it's like, oh, like if you need to run an errand, like, because I remember, for example, like a while ago, we were like cooking something with my friend, and she was like, oh, like I might have to step out like before you come over, so that, or like once you get here, I might have to step out and buy something. And I was like, oh wait, I'm getting ingredients. I could just buy the thing she needs, and I bought it for her. You know, like stuff like that. I'm very like, or it's like, oh, like I don't feel like doing my dishes. Oh, like I'll do it later, and then I'll like do like the dishes at my friend's place. I really like doing stuff for people. It makes me feel useful, and it makes me like hopefully feel like they're being loved. But I don't know. I think physical touch is also a big one though. It's just like physical touch is almost like second nature to me though. So I guess it's just like it's my subconscious affection, whereas acts of service is more of a conscious decision, which is why I think I like acts of service more at like to receive, because I do it as a more conscious thing. I also appreciate it more when it's a more conscious decision. Yeah. Does that make sense? Because like for me, physical touch is obviously my subconscious love, but because I see it subconsciously, I assume everyone else's is subconscious. That might not be true, obviously, but because I assume everyone else's is subconscious, I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter as much, which isn't true, obviously. Again, my brain is just like evil sometimes. Like started the stream off with that, but my brain is just like evil. But I think it's totally normal for your brain to be evil at the end of the day. Like that just happens, you know? It just happens. With words of affirmation, my issue is that my brain is so evil, and because I'm a people pleaser, a lot of the times I'll say stuff that I don't mean just to make people happy. So in my head, I'm like, you don't mean it when they're giving me words of affirmation. And obviously, I'm not saying I'm lying to people, but I'm just like sometimes I'll like sugarcoat things, you know? Not like I can't. I sound like a. I sound like a liar. I sound like a liar. I sound like a conniving and evil manipulator. But that's not what I mean. I think I just mean like, oh, how do I put this? I think just sometimes I will feel obligated to respond a certain way when people ask me about something. So I will just like say something that I don't really mean. Or I just feel like words are very easy to... It's very easy to lie. Lying is a very easy thing. Right? Like, you can just be like... If someone's like, oh, do you like my shirt? You'd be like, yeah, bro, I like your shirt, I guess. And it's very easy to just say you like it, even if it's the ugliest shirt you've ever seen. You know? But, I don't know. I think... I want to get better at, like, being more genuine when it comes to that. It happens very rarely in my life, but the fact that it happens at all makes me feel like anxious about other people. I guess in a way I'm projecting a little. We psychoanalyzed Ayu today. I'm just a projector. Which I believe, actually. I find it easier to just be real. I feel like if I do that, I turn into like a raging evil person. And because sometimes I feel like thoughts they don't reflect how you really feel. Yeah, dog. I feel like sometimes like a fleeting thought. Okay, because I think let's rewind a little. I feel like I tend not to filter my thoughts a lot. So a lot of times if I don't stop myself, I will just voice a fleeting thought that might not really be how I feel. So like an intrusive thought type of thing. But then if I stop myself from doing it, if I think like even a second too long, I'll overthink it. And then I'll say something I also don't mean, but like in the opposite direction. So it turns into like this like big juggling that I just need to like learn how to filter myself without like overthinking it. So like filtering versus overthinking. But it's hard. It's hard. Communicating is hard. Oh my god. Okay. I have to start. Oh my god. I have to take a shower. And then I have to go driving. My test is in 6 days. 6 days, everyone. 6 days. Only can you believe it? 6 days. 6 days. Yippee! Yippee! You guys know what I'm talking about? That like one TikTok where she's like, can you believe it? Christmas in just 6 days. Or in whatever days. I don't remember what it was. You guys remember? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Oh my god. Do you guys watch Brittany Broski? Because I was... Today... Oh my god. I was so sad. Because I realized that voice tweets were gone. But I really... It's been stuck in my head. The... Percocet. Molly Percocet. Do you know what I'm talking about? And she's like... Da-da. Percocet. Molly Percocet. It's been stuck in my head, and I really wanted to voice tweet it to you guys, and then I couldn't. And I was like, maybe this is for the better. Percocet, Molly Percocet. Here comes the brain rot part of the stream. This is like the end. This is like the end of the stream. I love drugs and opiates. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Oh wait, why am I yawning so much? Well, like a satellite. Baby, baby, come on. Baby, 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 like a satellite. Okay. Let me guide. I'm like so tired. To do some stretches to wake up again. I think I might go on a walk before I have to leave. I have some time if I leave. If I leave in the next 5 minutes max, or 3 now. If I leave in the next 3 minutes max, if I end stream, I have time for a walk. I have time for a walk so I can wake up. So I think that might be the plan. I will let you guys know what happens with ASMR today. Hopefully. We will see. Worst case, I record and I put it on Ko-fi. Yeah. I appreciate how smoothly you can segue from brain rot to genuine philosophical discussion. Brain rot. Yeah, you never know what you're getting when I stream, I fear. I feel like if someone like skipped through the stream, they would find treasures never seen before. Hot girl walk! Oh yeah. No worries, if it's pre-recorded, it's fine. Yeah! Oh, I'm sorry. ASMR hates me, but I don't hate ASMR. I don't have hatred in my heart for ASMR. I have love in my heart for ASMR, but ASMR does not have love in my heart for me. I have nothing but love. It's been my dream since I was a tiny little taco. In pre-debut, even before VTubing was a thing for me, ASMR was one of my favorite things to consume. I loved Pillow Deer before I even met her. I was an ASMR connoisseur. I've always dreamed of doing ASMR with my very own 3DO, and my community was generous enough to fund a 3DO so that I could use for my ASMR streams. And yet, ASMR hates me. ASMR. I have nothing but love. Love for you in my heart. Okay. And with that, I really hope it works out today. If someone is even showering, I'm just not gonna risk it, by the way. We're just gonna pre-record it. If there is even a peep in my house, if I go downstairs to get water and there are people awake, we're just gonna pre-record. I'm not risking it. I'm not doing that. No. Today is not the day. Today is not the day. Yeah, alright. Okay, I need to go on my hot girl walk to wake up. I need a soundproof box to continue ASMR streams. Oh my god, I don't even know where I'd even put it. Like, I don't know how I would... I've considered it. I've considered, like, building one even. But I don't know how I would set that up in terms of, like, cables and, like, my PC and all that. So, it's not something I can really entertain right now. So, we'll see. Alright. Okay. Well... I think that's all for today. Oh, the music ended too. Oh, it played again. Okay. Well, that's a great place to end. Alright, we eat a lot today. And let's eat a lot tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow though, I am not streaming Lazare's debut. I will be on Essie's channel with Pillow and Ashi. So, go over to Essie channel. Essie channel on Twitch and YouTube, and we'll be watching Wazooie debut. Yay! Okay, bye.
Bye everyone. We eat a lot. Let's eat a lot tomorrow.
Okay. Bye everyone. Bye you. Hope you guys had a good day. Or I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. But if it's nighttime, I hope your day was good. Yes. Time zones. Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah, I'm losing it, I fear. Bye, you. Sleep well, everyone. Sleep... What? Oh my god. Someone stop me from falling asleep. Oh my god. Okay. Have a good day, everyone. Sleep well if you're sleeping. Yeah, sleep well. Bye, you.